What's good, everybody, and welcome to Moments with the Mobleys. I am your dude, microphone checker, Johnny Mobley Jr.
Correction, you're my dude. And I'm his wife, Deirdra.
And we something, you know what I mean. And we something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose. Greetings, salutations, accolades, and many blessings to you. Many.
So y'all might be a little entertained today, because me and Queen, we've been running hard all last week and this week. Got some things happening, and we making some things, and we's tired.
And this weekend, y'all, he had me working.
We's tired. So ain't no telling what this episode will be about.
Ain't no telling what y'all gonna get.
We gonna try to. We got a little itinerary. We trying to
stick with it.
You know how she get. Y'all know how she get. I already had to test them. Let me see what this is.
Green tea.
Okay.
Isn't that?
You know she won't hesitate to come in here with a little drop of wine.
It's not nice for you to put your nose over people's drinks.
I ain't people.
Because.
And you ain't people.
Sometimes you have to have those loose boogers that come out when you breathe.
Only if you move it with the breath. If you do that.
Right.
I ain't did that.
If you smelling my beverage.
I'm inhaling. That's what I did.
That ain't good.
I ain't said.
That ain't good at all, sir. Hey, y'all. Hey, patrons. Patrons on?
Ain't no patrons today.
Ain't nobody on? Y'all, me and Jameson gonna have a full-fledged fight in the yard after we get done. I just want y'all to know. How y'all doing?
Go on out there if you want. I'm set this alarm. So.
Oh, you ain't about to leave me outside.
Oh, by the time you come in, I'm gonna be in the bed.
You ain't gonna leave me outside fighting by myself.
I'm gonna be in the bed.
You're not. So how y'all doing? Listen, y'all got y'all Christmas. Y'all got y'all Christmas decorations up? Huh? No.
You was expecting an answer?
Yeah, I was, as I try to get these socks off my feet.
And you already know, you always coming in here with snacks, and you know how stuff be happening, and James is ready.
Listen, I'm all right. Listen, y'all. So what y'all got up? Because we gonna do a reel and show y'all what we got up. For Christmas decorations, Honey and I decided, it was a mutual decision that we was not putting that big old Christmas tree up this year. And so we didn't. We have 2 small trees up. We have our wreath on the door, and we're going to add a couple more things. Right, babe?
Yeah.
And we'll show y'all a couple more things. But first, we're going to show y'all on the reel like what we got up so far. And y'all going to be like, nah, y'all need to do better. We do. However, we are. Trust me, it's going to be together once the grandbabies get here. So, so that's what it's going to be.
I might have to do the fake snow thing this year, because I ain't got the tree up.
You won't have to do something, sir, because they're going to be expecting something when they walk in here.
As soon as they start talking crazy to me now.
Yeah, so we may have another grandbaby before Christmas, so
yeah, we will.
We're excited about all that. And y'all, the man of God did not let me rest on Saturday. If we don't have nothing going on, we normally rest on Saturday, like watch movies, lay around, just chill real hard. He had me working. So I know Jameson said y'all probably could see most of the wall, but we finally put our Christmas gift up, which were pictures of our family that one of our daughters, Bridget, got made for us, y'all. And we absolutely love it. Hubby did most of the work, but I was here to support him. Right, baby?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I said yes.
He did.
Thank you for your support.
Right. Even though I couldn't help much. I was here.
I love you.
I picked up the strips from off of the back because they're tape.
pick up the strips when I dropped them. And
I help you hold the thing over them to make sure that they was even.
she told me when they was crooked.
Yeah, because
That ain't gonna work. You put it to the left. Johnny, to the left.
You told me
to the right. Put the leveler thing on it, baby. I can't hold the picture up here and put the leveler thing on it. But just try.
And you was able to work it out, wasn't you? And I think all of them are pretty straight except for one of them.
Why are you telling them which one is not straight?
But it's okay. It's okay. I love the wall,
You uncovering me.
I'm sorry, and I apologize.
So I just one uncover for me, one uncover for you.
It doesn't equal an uncover for me.
One uncover for me, one uncover for you.
And you're not Japanese.
I ain't trying to say Japanese.
Korean or whatever accent you try to put
I can talk a little bit mushi.
Sushi. That's because when you used to work with them, you used to come home and say that every night.
I used to learn stuff. I don't forgot a lot.
You forgot a bunch of the stuff, but you remember that though. So have y'all done y'all shopping yet? Because we haven't. However,
so much to do.
It really is. But guys, excuse me. We utilize internet shopping a lot, so
hopefully the stuff can get here before Christmas. If not, they get it when it get here.
I know we just real random, y'all. We are really gonna talk about something, but I pulled up the Chick-fil-A to get us a salad tonight. And the lady said, ma'am, I'm sorry, we don't have any salads. You have no salads? Really? I said, no, ma'am, it's a lettuce shortage. Can y'all make it make sense? Why?
The lady said it's a lettuce shortage. They ain't their fault. They just serve it.
I was very nice to her. I know it's not her fault.
They just serve the truck. It's a lettuce shortage. So they need to start using spinach. That's what you should have said.
We need a farm.
We can sell?
No, so we can grow our stuff in the backyard.
Oh, I thought you were talking about selling.
We need a garden.
We got to get a fence first.
Yeah.
And we need to get rid of them trees.
We need a garden so we can grow lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers.
I don't know because when we get the pool to put...
we can have a little area. Section off, right?
You all right?
I'm all right.
Hold your hands up.
I'm not.
That open up your lungs.
No, I'm not doing it.
That open up your lungs.
Y'all mom used to tell y'all that. Hold your hand
my
up
grandmama used to say.
When you start coughing. But yeah, so I was highly disappointed. So I just got a brownie and left. And
my grandmama used to say, when you choke, she used to say, lift your arms. I said, Grandmama, how is that helping me? She said, because when you hold your arms up, your lungs open up like wings. And I was too young, so I was like,
and you do it till this day.
And I do it. And in my mind, I believe when I do this, see, I can breathe better because they don't open up like wings. Probably not the truth.
No.
It's probably not the truth.
It's not the truth.
Probably it's a myth.
It's not the truth.
Well, listen, we're not going to hold y'all up no more. We can talk about this behind the scenes because we just having a conversation right now. So,
yeah.
What we talking about, Mo?
Well, you pulled it up.
Well, you said it was going to tie into what you want to talk about. So tell me what you wanted to talk about.
I didn't say it was going to tie into it. I said we was talking about something.
Hold up. Let me pull up the text.
Oh, no. You mean on your text message. I thought you meant what I just said. I apologize. My apologies.
This can tie in.
So you got it.
This can tie into the whole trying to measure up to who. Yeah, that's what you said. That's it. I just wanted to give you your words back. I'm just reading you your words
back. Was
that
you uncovering me, though?
That's the one uncover. All right, we good. We even now.
That's fine. You was going to be favored highly tonight.
I know that was a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie because you about to fall asleep now.
Okay, it's a lie. So listen, y'all.
You can't get it together.
I don't want to cry tonight. I'm tired. So listen, y'all. I want to share with y'all.
You're just emotional.
I know.
Just letting everything out.
Y'all, we about to be grandparents again. I'm excited. I heard something the other night, and I got to share it with y'all. This has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. But this has been in my spirit. Just live your life. Do what's in your heart. That's what I got to tell y'all. Take it. Whoever take it, whoever need it, just take it. We are embarking upon, and I'm gonna share this. We are embarking upon a lot of a new space for me and Johnny. Those who know the word of prayer, keep us lifted. But we're gonna jump on some things, and I am, I'm scared, but I'm excited at the same time. You know what that means, and so um, that's where we are. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Y'all was like, she being real random, but Donnie gave y'all the disclaimer when we first started talking that the way we feel, we are liable to say anything.
So the name of this podcast probably gonna be Jambalaya.
No, we've had a jambalaya before. It's just gonna
be the Jambalaya.
No, what
remix.
Jameson gonna put on there is what in the ham sandwich was they talking about? But anyway, I just want to say that. I want to share that with y'all. So for all y'all that listen, all y'all that really, really, really are concerned, care about us, want to see us do great things, we are about to embark on some great things, and I'm excited, and we're excited about it. But what we're gonna talk about for a little minute tonight, y'all, I am excuse me, I am becoming aware of some things that, the way that I know that God is using me and Johnny to pour into other people um, in areas of adults dealing with that don't know how to deal with their emotions, and that are having issues dealing with their emotions because they don't know how to deal with them. They haven't been taught, they haven't been shown. They've actually had, never been really like shown how to deal with emotions, like from children, from a child. And so their feelings have never been validated as children. They have been pretty much kind of just told what to do, and like it doesn't really matter how you feel, but you just do what you're told to do. They were taught to pretty much just kind of do what I say as a parent. Just kind of do what I say. Don't know. In other words, no is not a something that you tell somebody. You always find a way or figure out a way to make things whatever people ask you to do, you do it. And I know it sounds crazy, y'all, because it sounded crazy to me, but that's what they were given as a child. Their feelings were never really validated or understood or appreciated or even acknowledged. And so here they were as children. Uh, here they are. They were as children, and now they've grown up to adults and don't know how to manage their emotions.
Whose sock is this?
I just told you that I was taking my socks off because my feet was hot. Look, I was trying to snatch it and scratch you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Fine.
I need you to be focused, baby.
I was, and then I put my foot down, and my right foot slid. I was like, what's that?
My sock, because I took it off. Stop it. You focus? Okay. So listen. And so I mentioned it to Johnny, and we were talking about it because I really felt like I felt bad, for the person. And I've in over the past maybe month or so, I've dealt with a couple of adults that have gone through this whole thing with not really knowing how to manage their emotions because they were never really listened to or supported or acknowledged as a child. And so 9 times out of 10, what you grow up with and how you're treated as a child, or how you're not treated or how you're not valued as a child, if you don't at some point get help with that and change that whole scenario or thinking, then you grow up as an adult with a child's still mentality. In that frame. Yeah, child mentality.
Can I pause? Can I pause you for a minute?
You can.
James, get my legs. When you think you growing taller in your 50s and you get in the chair and you can still do this, has nothing to do with what Deidre talking about. All right, go ahead. Don't get frustrated with me. I'm okay. I'm focused. Hey, baby, I'm focused.
Do we not need to record tonight?
We going because you got good information. Come on, we focus. Finish talking. So they're dealing with an adult who's been dealing with stuff when they were little, and then they steal their child's mentality.
And you are acting like it. Are you the poster child for it tonight?
You was 3, you was 12, and now you 28, and now you 40, and you still got a mentality of a 12-year-old. Go.
And you don't know how to manage your emotions. And so now you are now an adult with not only those things that Johnny just said and that I was saying, but now you're an adult who don't know how to create boundaries for yourself. And you accept what people do to you, how they treat you, and you just think you have to accept it. And you're so used to catering to people because you were taught never to say no. You were taught sacrifice your feelings or whatever you feel or whatever you don't feel. Just sacrifice it. Always do what people need you to do. And so now you're a people pleaser on top of all of that. And so but to be honest, Johnny, that saddened me because it's like, when the person was sharing that with me, I'm sitting there going like, I'm an adult, 50 years old. I could never imagine myself being in a situation where I just take anything from anybody, or that I feel like I'm not worth fighting for myself. No, no low self-esteem, no, feeling low about myself. And so I allow people to do just what they do to me. And when you do that, y'all, and I don't know, it may be somebody that's watching this that may have dealt with it, may have dealt with it in the past, may be dealing with it now and don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to get out of that cycle. But the one thing that I remember thinking as I talked to this person and that I actually said was like, why do you think that you're not good enough? You can never, or you should never measure your worth or let someone measure your worth based on what they want for you or what they think that you should be doing. Because the longer you do that, the more frustrated that you're going to get. And that leads people to take themselves out of here, who don't want to deal with it no more. That leads to people being frustrated, being stressed, and to deal with enough, you deal with enough stress on top of, when you pile stress on top of stress on top of stress, that starts to manifest in your body.
Yeah.
Headaches, body aches, pain, eating disorders, all kind of stuff could be a direct result from you not knowing how to deal with all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's on top of you. And so I was telling Johnny, I said, I think we should tie that into talking about, just emotional neglect as a child. And with the one thing that I'm certain about, that I know that, I tried to provide for my children, even though we had 5 kids in the house. I tried to, on a daily basis, make sure that they were okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, when they're younger, they don't really know if they're okay. But once they get into, elementary school and middle school and in high school, I think we made a concerted effort to try to talk to them to make sure that they were good.
Yeah.
And I remember you, often asking them, "What's your mental? How you doing?
How you feel about life?
How you feel about life? What's going on in school, and what's going on, at work, or what's going on in life?" And so we adopted that, and we do it up until today, even though they're adults.
Yeah.
Because we see them, we feel them, because they're our children. We feel, the Lord will lay something in one of our spirits, when something is going on, for us to call them and say, "Hey, what's up? You heavy on me. What's going on?" But just to hear this person say, like, I was never valued. I've never felt valued. I never was put first. It was always something going on, that needed to be taken care of before my request, or my request got pushed to the side, or act like it was acted upon as if my feelings, my emotions, my wants, my needs was pushed to the side. And that's not a good place to be in. I felt bad. And I hurt for the person that I was talking to, because now they're an adult, y'all, and now they hurting. And they, have kids, and they've gotten, married and engaged and stuff like that. And truth be told, they're still that 17, 18-year-old or younger that never felt valued.
So tonight we're going to talk about childhood emotional neglect, learning the wrong ideas about feelings sends you in the wrong direction. So I'm gonna read 3 keys real quick. One of our favorite resources to get information from, Psychology Today. So the 3 key points are: some families inadvertently, which means without intention, teaches their kids the wrong idea about how feelings work, making them prone to harmful choices.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just about what you was talking about. The second key point is being treated as if one's emotions are trivial without childhood leads to a host of inaccurate notions about how to live going forward. So basically, you get equipped with the wrong tools.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what that means.
Yeah.
And the last key is one common mistake of emotionally neglected people is that they often don't trust themselves or take risks.
Yeah.
So
oh my God.
So if you a person who has great ideas, but you don't think you have great ideas, but you say the idea and then you have to go ask, do you think I should do this?
Yeah.
How do you think this sounds? I don't really think we should do, I don't know. Do what you think. And the person telling you, yeah, that's an awesome idea. I don't really know. You really think so? Yeah. Yeah. So if I gotta talk you into the great idea that you came up with, then that's where that come from. That's where you was taught a wrong pattern on how to handle your emotions.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. It said advertently. So basically without intent.
Yeah. Inadvertently.
Yeah, inadvertently. So without intent. So what winds up happening is, so let's say in my childhood I got taught the wrong thing. Then I grow up and then I have kids. So guess what I got to do? All I got to teach them is what? The wrong thing.
Right. What you know. What
Then
you
they
told,
grow up. Then my kids grow up to be adults, and now they have kids. And then guess what? All you got to get them is the wrong stuff. So that's why you got so many different generations that go through this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Deirdra. So I'm gonna give you this first. So we got 6 common mistakes of emotional neglected. So the first one is you label yourself as a flaw.
Yeah. You label yourself as a flaw. You don't see anything good in what you do. Like you just said. And I promise you, these are some of the things. Is that person the couple people that I was telling y'all about when we first started, that I had been had the conversation with, or had been trying to really give good advice to.
Yeah.
And, just kind of encourage. They don't see, they second guess themselves about everything. They don't see, the good in what they're doing, and then when they don't get a positive, when they don't get positive feedback from other people, they're easily saying, I messed up, I didn't do it right.
Yeah.
They gravitate towards the negative versus the positive that I'm trying to pour in, and they run with it because they believe it.
So here's
because they've been told that so much that that's what they believe.
Yeah. So it says you tend to keep others at a distance so they won't see your flaw.
Mm-hmm.
So what usually happens with that, how that is because in your mind you've created this narrative to where you do not think you're good enough.
Mm-hmm.
You do not think the decisions or the decisions that you make are good. So like we were just talking about, you second guess yourself, and now you feel like you just out there butt naked. So because you said it, and then because you said it, and now you got a good report back saying, I think that's a great idea, and then you can't even believe it yourself.
Right.
So you just said, no, I don't think so. So you have a couple of them, so now you just retreat, because now I feel like because I done made these bad decisions that they're gonna see my flaws, so I'm just not gonna say nothing no more. I'm just isolate myself. And then that's the wrong thing to do, because that turns into depression.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it can this is can be a lot of different things. Number 2, it says you feel responsible for others.
basically, you feel like you have to be the savior for everybody.
So I'm gonna tell you how I see it. You feel responsible for others, but because you don't believe in your life and your decisions, you live through someone else's. So if you feel like somebody else come up with a good choice, then what you do is you jump on that to support them, and then they'll literally take it from you and do it for you and give you all the credit, because they just don't. They feel like, okay, you came up with the idea, so I'm confident in that. So I will do it. You ain't got to do nothing, and then they do it. Now, be careful of the emotional neglected the child who's now an adult, because that's when you get taken advantage of. So people will continue to do that and have you, because you probably got above average skills to do what you're doing.
That's right.
Past that person. So you can wind up being used to do something, and then not gratified for it as far as monetary or being showed anything, which if you in this place, you probably ain't gonna take it anyway. So you got to be careful for that. You got to be careful of that, because that is a huge trap, and then that'll spiral you down a rabbit hole. All right, it says you try to control the uncontrollable by attempting to fix things for everyone else, failing to notice what you feel, want, or need.
Is it failing?
Yeah, failing to notice.
Yeah, and that's basically what I was saying. You're trying to be Mr. or Mrs. Fix It, do everything everybody else needs, even though you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You've negated your feelings because you feel like I either have an obligation to do it for them, or you feel like, because like you say, I feel less than, I don't feel like nothing. I just feel like I'm just here, and I've been taught from a child to never tell nobody no.
Yeah.
To always make yourself available.
Yeah.
Wrong answer. So
that goes right into the next one. Number 3, it says you force yourself to have no needs. So, and this is the thing about that. This is the thing about that. So if anybody's in your life that cares anything about you and they see it, they ask the questions, what's wrong? What's going on?
Yeah.
They can see you depressed. They can see you not happy, you sad. They can see stuff. And then they want to talk to you, want to ask you, and you say, oh, nothing. No, I'm good. No, I'm just tired. No, I'm just this. And I mean, especially if somebody who's seasoned, we know what tired look like and what sadness look like. It's a difference.
There's a difference.
So it says you cater to others' needs over your own.
Yep.
Just as you do with the emotions of others. You seldom express your wishes and needs when it would be in your best interest to do so.
Yeah.
So you
minimize your feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
You minimize your feelings. When you're asked what's wrong, when I ask this person, what's wrong with you? Nothing. I'm okay. I'll be okay. When I can blatantly see that you're not. And with that, that's just, I don't want to talk about it, and then I won't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because in all actuality, I'm not going to do nothing about it anyway. Because this is what I've been taught to do.
Yeah. So number 4 is you operate as though your emotions burdens others. So this with this one, I would say I've seen where, a coworker may be overwhelmed with something,
Mm-hmm.
and then it brings them to tears. So
Yeah.
once you dealing with this stuff, it's a lot, and you wasn't supposed to carry it. So you're dealing with a lot, and sometimes you have meltdowns, and sometimes it's in front of people. So if it's in front of somebody who cares, then they ask, then now you're not sharing your emotions with nobody because you feel like it's a burden to them.
Mm-hmm.
So now you saving them from you.
Right. When all that person wants to do is to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
They're not trying to, make you tell them your whole life story. They're just trying to make sure that you're okay
Yeah.
in that moment. But for me, it was just the I guess the shock of just because, and I know, it's hard to maybe see that when you've never been through that.
Yeah.
But that's why I said I tried to encourage and pour into, but that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's all of these things is exactly the situations that I've been involved in with these people, and it, like I said, it saddens me because everybody needs to know that whether you're a child, whether you're a teenager, whether you're an adult, that you are valuable. You are worth something. Your feelings mean something. You know what I'm saying? You deserve to be loved and acknowledged and appreciated and told that.
Yeah.
And that your feelings matter, your emotions matter, and that it's okay to acknowledge how you feel.
Yeah. And for the lifelong mistake you make, this is the key that they're giving us. So it says you shove your feelings down, hoping you and others don't see or feel them. When someone hurts, or angers you, you act as if you're okay to protect yourself and the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
So you protecting somebody when you clearly going through pain. You don't want to burden them. You don't want to let them know nothing.
Yeah, or you think that's the way. You think that's a way to handle it, so you won't just have to share with anybody else. Like you don't want to ruffle no feathers, or you
Yeah.
don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you always want everything to be all right.
Yeah.
And so even though what I went through a couple years or some years ago, like I told y'all, I had to finally come to grips with. I thought that it was, like I said, I don't even compare myself or or
Yeah.
associate myself with that because that's not how I was raised. But just that piece of what you're saying resonates with me for the times when I thought that I shouldn't say how I felt if it was bad. I'll just say I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, and I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of actually knowing that in order for you to deal, to acknowledge the fact that you are going through something, not that you stay there and sit in a pity party about it, but you acknowledge the fact that you're going through something and you talk about it to somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody who can give you a greater perspective on it, somebody that can pour positivity into you, somebody that can understand and empathize with what you're going through, but don't let you stay there.
Yeah.
And so it was the same thing, like I said, for me when I would tell you, Johnny, this is the way that I'm feeling. I need to tell you that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to feel this, but this is how I'm feeling right now. And so instead of me just saying, it's okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I guess I thought that was some type of, that God would frown upon me saying that I wasn't okay, that I was okay, but let me get this right. That he would somehow that somehow showed a weakness that I actually wasn't
That's
okay.
what you thought God thought?
For a time, I thought that I literally did.
If it ain't positive, if it ain't uplifting, you need to say,
right.
So I can't feel like this because I have a relationship with God, and
I'm not supposed
He's
to.
all this, which means I need to be this.
Right, and
too.
I don't, even though I may be, toiling with something or hurting, or whatever, emotionally, I just need to be like, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, but never really dealing with it, never really acknowledging the fact that no, I'm not okay with this situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember it was one situation in particular, I'm not gonna call no names or no nothing like that, but it was something that I was dealing with, and it was on a weekly basis, and I would be frustrated about it, but I would always say, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna deal with it,
Yeah.
But that's not the way to, have healthy emotions. And I had to realize that, like I say, that's not to the extent of what what I've been through or what I've dealt with, but just that piece that you were just talking about. I wanted to interject that it is okay. That's how you get better. Is acknowledging that you are not okay with how this situation is going on. That there's a healthy way to say to whomever you need to say it to, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not okay with that.
The next one is, and basically you done went and start going into this. It says you don't speak your truth.
Yeah.
So
that's it. That's exactly it.
So it says life is full of uncomfortable moments. Maybe your partner hurts your feelings, your boss yells at you, or your friend disagrees with you on something important. When things like this happen, you clam up because these big emotions feel scary and unclear. So you just don't want to talk about it. And the lifelong mistake you make doing this is issues are left unresolved, and the people in your life miss out on knowing your true thoughts, feelings, or opinions. You don't give them a chance to know you on a more meaningful level. So me and Deirdra speak our truth on a regular basis. We've gotten real good at talking. At first, it was a little rough because we didn't know how to use our words, but then we had to give ourselves permission to say what we needed to say. Try to be respectful and honest as we possibly can. And then what we used to say is, okay, you give it to me, I'll take the meat out and throw the bones away. And on some other podcasts y'all probably heard on episodes, you probably heard us say, I tell her to give it to me and she spit it out. And then I say, okay, baby, I hear you. This is what the key points, this, that, and the other. And then I might 2 days later, I'll be like, yeah, remember what you said, all that extra stuff? Yeah, you don't need to do that no more. And that was our way of kind of playing with it, to kind of liven up the atmosphere, unstress the atmosphere. But now we're literally to the point where we understand and we know we have clarity on how we need to, because we've done it so many times. So we have clarity on how we need to use our words and talk about our feelings. So we're able to have full-fledged conversations about our feelings, about situations, to a point that we follow all the way through. So we'll have, if I do something that Deirdra don't like, she can tell me, we'll talk about it, and then we come up with a solution how that don't happen no more. So that's what I mean by follow it all the way through. It's nothing that we have to revisit. It's nothing that we make a decision right then and there. Okay, this is what it is. This is how I make sure that don't happen no more. She say, this is what it is, baby, I'll make sure that don't happen no more. Because now she know. So the last one, it says, you play it safe. It says, without you're out of touch with your emotions, when you're out of touch with your emotions, you're also out of touch with your passion, interests, likes, and dislikes, or even jobs, hobbies, or activities you might find meaningful. Since you don't feel certain about, Since you don't feel certain about who you are, it's especially difficult for you to trust your gut and take risks. Opportunities that come your way may feel daunting rather than exciting, and so you pass them on. The lifelong mistake you make by doing this is you decline opportunities when you should accept them. You struggle with decision-making skills and miss chances to learn and grow. What you were saying when I was reading? I said something wrong?
No, I was telling you to paraphrase it.
Don't tell me to paraphrase while we on here. This was good information. I wanted to read what it said.
What you not
Tell
gonna
me,
do,
you play it safe. Number
do,
6, play it safe. Tell me what your thoughts are.
What you're not going to do is tell me what I'm not going to say to you. See why we always be in emotional conversations? Because we had already had to talk about this before we started recording.
You will tell the people your thoughts?
Playing it safe?
Yeah.
Don't play it safe.
All right, then. This has been Johnny Mobley Jr. This has been Since You Want to Play. Since You Want to Play. So the resource that we got, like I said, is Psychology Today, and the person that actually wrote this article and gave us the information is Dr. Janice Webb. So.
You said interests.
Huh?
You said interests. Interest. No, it don't just. I think what that's saying is just don't play it safe. Like don't scale yourself back. You know what I'm saying?
You always trying to. You know what?
What?
Like you do podcast by yourself, man. How about that?
What he's saying is,
I'm tired. I didn't mean that.
Don't
I
scare
apologize.
You don't have to apologize to me for nothing. Because what y'all gonna see is Johnny get himself punched.
Apologize because you tired too, and you speaking out of your emotions.
I'm not. I'm absolutely not.
You serious?
This is full-fledged emotion because.
Well, you drinking something if you think that's what the hat.
I'm drinking green tea.
Finish your thought about what we're talking about.
Don't minimize yourself, basically, is what Johnny just read verbatim. Don't minimize yourself. It
was good information.
It was.
You know what?
It was. I'm sorry.
How you helping somebody? How you helping somebody? Help the people. Help the people.
Don't minimize yourself. Don't scale back. Don't think that you're not worthy or you're not worth it to speak up for yourself. Life is too short to play small. I know, what you may have learned. I know what you may have been taught, but there's another way. There's a better way. There's a different way. There's a way a friend of ours told us, after a tragic loss, he told us, he said, love lavishly, live life, and live it big, live it bold. And, I'm, for the people that I had the opportunity to share with, like I told, that's not living. People pleasing ain't living. Minimizing yourself so somebody else can feel bigger, that's not living. That's you just existing. I know what you may have been taught in your younger years, in your youth, when you felt like you weren't validated, when you felt like you weren't loved or appreciated or taught, or you just weren't, you were just, it was basically you were there, just never tell nobody no, just, be, oblige people, when they do whatever or say whatever, so you can just, be in that posture. But at the end of the day, if you're not being who you are, like who you truly are, then you're sacrificing yourself for other people. And I'm sure, as you'll find, when you get now you get into an adult with these things, now you tend to get married to people who don't value you, that's going to use you. You tend to have kids who, once they figure out that's what their parent is, they going to use you or get over on you. And so it manifests and shows itself in every different area of your life. And what type of existence is that to have, or life is that to live, when you don't know how to tell people no, or you don't teach people how to treat you? And I think that's why I wanted to, like I said, when me and Johnny was talking about it, why I really wanted to, and he tied this article into it because it basically was giving the information that we had been talking about. Like, it really saddened me that this person had to go through Because we try, even though we were young parents, we tried to make sure that we, had well-rounded children that, showed compassion and that, loved, one another, had love for people, tried to help somebody, when they could, but to also know that they were worthy, they were beautiful, they were, great women, great little girls, great little people until they grew up. And even as they grew up, that's what we tried to give them, that you are worthy, that you teach people how to treat you, and you don't let people handle you all kind of ways, but you still have a kind heart. That's no way to live. And that's what I had to share with this person. You're worth more than you give yourself credit for. You're not that 17, 18-year-old girl or guy. You're not that person. You're a full-fledged adult in a full-fledged marriage with kids, a job, and everybody is taking advantage of you and running over you. And so now that's manifesting in your health. Now that's affecting your sleep. Now that's affecting, your head. You having migraines. You having all these outward manifestations of the stuff that you have been tolerating since you were a child. And so I hope something that I said to those people will help to encourage them, motivate them to think better of themselves. Go get, professional help. Go talk to somebody, even if I don't know if they received it from me, but go talk to somebody who can help them deal with their stuff that they're not dealing with. And y'all hear me say all the time, if you don't deal with your stuff, it's going to deal with you. And y'all know, I be saying I don't want to say stuff. I want to say the other word. However, because I just feel it just that strongly. And that's why I said, well, this is a tie-in, babe. When, you sent me the article about it. But stop living little lives and mediocre lives and scaling back because you don't want, nobody to see how, even though you may not see it, you have a whole lot to offer the world.
So if you're watching this episode and you're this person, the one thing in your mind right now you probably screaming is, yes, everything y'all saying is true.
Yeah.
And you've everything the parts, but how do I change it? So the one way you have to change it is to have a talk with yourself and be honest.
Yeah.
The only way you take the power from it is that you admit what it is and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to comprehend and understand that this is not who you are.
Right.
It was something that you were taught.
Absolutely.
So now you have to unlearn that thing,
right,
and learn a new thing. And that can be done. But you if you don't admit, and you have to literally, and I would say exercise this, you will literally have to say out of your mouth the way you hear it, what it is, for the power to be taken from it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be like, I said it in my mind and in my heart.
Yeah.
No, say that thing out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Say it out loud, and then say, I am not my past. I'm not what I was taught. I love my parents. I love my grandmother, whoever your guardian, whoever raised you. But they was only able
to give me
what they had.
Yeah, and
that's
they taught you wrong.
That's it. And then what you have to do is admit that this is not who I am. This is what I was taught.
Yeah.
So now I have to unlearn the bad stuff, the incorrect stuff, the untrue stuff, and then learn the new stuff, the positive stuff to upbuild you. And this don't happen overnight, especially if you in your 40s, 50s now. So this is how you've been living for this long.
Yeah.
So just like Deirdra said, if you don't deal with your stuff deal with you. Now this thing, when it was little, when it was a infant, you could have crushed it. Now this thing 8 feet tall.
It's an elephant with clothes on.
This thing 8 feet tall, and 300 pounds dragging you by your hair.
Yeah.
So now you got so now you got to admit that, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
It's just what I was taught. And it's okay. It don't make your parents, your guardians, your grandmama, whoever raised, it don't make them bad people. It don't do none of that. Hopefully, they can see you making the change and striving towards that, and then that can be close enough to them to where they say, I want that. Can you show me or teach me how to do that? So even if they're in their 70s, they can unlearn some stuff and then live a better life, a healthier life from that point.
Yeah.
But it can happen.
Because to be honest, Johnny, they probably wasn't even happy with themselves.
No.
With what they were giving you and saying to you.
But if they don't know, if they don't know nothing else,
that's what they gave you.
Yeah.
But it's okay to say, Mom, Dad, grandma, whoever, auntie, that was wrong. That's not right. And that put my life on a trajectory. Now I'm a full-fledged adult, and I don't know how to acknowledge my emotions.
I'm telling you, it's when you've been taught something for your entire life and you thought it was right, it's hard to unlearn, but it can happen.
Yeah.
It
must happen.
It's an exercise. So do this with me, babe. Put your cup down. It's an exercise that I came up with, and I tried to do it. So fold your arms. Fold your arms. You good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do like this. Now fold them the other way. You fold them the exact same way.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
So this is how you fold them. So it's folding it the other way. It feels strange. Like, see, and what I'm doing is I'm doing like this, and then I'm doing like this. That feels crazy to me. But even something as simple as that, you've been doing this for so long that this feels awkward.
Feels different.
Just like if somebody were to tell you, you ain't supposed to walk on your feet, you're supposed to walk on your hands. But that's going to take me a lot to learn. And some people wouldn't even do it. You know why? Because, it ain't perfect, but it's getting me by. And some people say this, and I don't like this saying, but, I'm maintaining. I'm maintaining where I'm at. So, it's a struggle for me to maintain where I'm at. And you shouldn't be living life maintaining. You should always be growing and evolving. Always. In some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. The three things that you're going to have to do is mature. I ain't going to say have to. What you need to do is mature, evolve, and grow. Those three characteristics make up change. Hardest thing for you to do. Hardest thing in the world for you to do. So
seek somebody out if you need help with that. How to, once you, like you said, speak it, verbalize it, how you feel and what you don't want to be anymore. Because now you have to put stuff in place of that.
Yeah.
I am worthy. I am wonderful. I am beautiful. I am, worthy of being loved, of being heard, of being seen. I should live a great life. I will live a great life. All those things that pour positivity back into you. Yeah. And some people need to see a therapist on a weekly basis to undo what's been done for so long.
Yeah.
So they can know that they have a voice and it's okay to be happy. It's not normal to live in chaos and to feel like you have to please everybody and not be genuine, that you just have to accept what you're given. So if you need the help, go and look for somebody that can help you. If we can help, email us. momentswiththemobleys@gmail.com. info@momentswiththemobleys.com. And our website is momentswiththemobleys.com. Sorry.
No, you good.
Yeah. Whatever it is that we can do. One thing we do with our couples is we, affirm them, or teach them to affirm themselves, give them those exercises to help build themselves up as well as a couple. They may not have necessarily dealt with childhood stuff from then until now, but just in general, that's what we have to do for ourselves and for for one another. That's what we do. But there's more out there, y'all. Y'all don't have to just settle with what's given to you. Settle with what's what somebody told you when you were a child, and that's now that's what's implanted in your brain. And so you're a miserable adult, literally a miserable adult. Because everybody do what they want to do, and you're the catalyst for it because you allow it. It's something better. It really is.
So, listen, if Moments with the Mobleys has helped you in any way, please tell a friend, share our information with them, subscribe
at the YouTube channel.
At the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do it?
No, go
ahead. At the YouTube channel. Subscribe at the YouTube channel. You can go on our website and go directly to the YouTube channel. That's correct, right? Go directly to the YouTube channel. We on all social media platforms, except Pandora. We got a couple other things we're gonna be being. I'm gonna be respectful and let you talk. We can't talk at the same time.
Go ahead and finish it.
All social media platforms. We got a couple other platforms we're looking into being on, but thank y'all. Everybody who rock with us on a regular basis, consistent basis, that follow us, thank y'all from the bottom of our hearts, from the top of the hearts and the sides. We appreciate y'all. You got anything else to say?
Sleepy Johnny is nasty.
He about to come out. Go over there.
We love y'all. Thank y'all.
Let's go. Okay, it's time to close it now because it's all the little pieces I had in the tank gone.
We're on all social media as Moments with the Mobleys, except for Twitter. Twitter, we're Mobley Moments. Okay, guys. Thanks so much. We appreciate y'all.
This has been Moments with the Mobleys. I am her dude, Johnny Mobley Jr.
I'm his girl, Deirdra Mobley.
And we something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose.
Night-night.
Peace out. You supposed to say peace out.
Girl, I'm night-night.
And I say night-night. Bye, y'all.
Night-night.
Merry Christmas.